Hi, lovelies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna keep this kind of short because I have to take a another medicine bath. Because after I have to speak my truth on something. I kind of hem-hawed around with if I wanted to say anything about this or not. But after 45 minutes being on the phone with an individual talking to me about how I can get my own digital banking system going and all this stuff because I don't know a lot about all that stuff, digital banking currency. But if it's going anywhere like in the movie In Time, the one with oh, what's his name? Timberlake. Timberlake was in it. Justin Timberlake. Um and they had the digital thing on their arm. And in this digital, your currency is in your arm, and you have to scan yourself to get points to buy food or what. You lose so many hours off of that. I don't know if we're going into that mode. I don't know. But anyway, this individual, I'm not going to say the name of everything because some of you that know, you will know where this came from. All right. So some of you will know. Um, so anyway, I get the call and I'm like, I'm en route trying to go get my almond milk. And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna talk as I'm en route trying to go get my almond milk. And it just got to the point to where I was just like, I don't know why, but it was like, I'm very straightforward. Welcome to Be So Light. I'm Priestess Makala, as well as Niana, as well as Felicia. You pick and choose, it still comes back to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up in your light. I'm just going to say it like it is. I do not like to be, what is it, tricked into believing you're going to sell me something that's going to be life changing. Okay. You're going to give me something, and I ask point blank, how much is the wallet? I want to know how much is the wallet. Then how much is it to invest? That's what I want to know. What do I need up front in order to invest? And this individual was saying, it's not all about the money. No, 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 no. I said, that comes towards the end. And I said, okay. So in my mind, this person doesn't realize he's dealing with someone that knows how to do sales. I know how to open a sale. I know how to close a sale. Okay. Got trained in that long time ago. All right. I know how to do that. So I always get amazed when people are trying to sell me something because I watch their techniques and be like, yeah, we already see where this is going. So anyway, he tells me, and he goes into his whole story. Meanwhile, I'm getting out of the car. I'm like, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Where's my almond milk? Looking for my almond milk. They don't have it. I'm like doing my thing. Uh-huh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Doing my thing. And then I'm like, this doesn't feel aligned to me. It doesn't feel aligned to me at all. It really doesn't. It feels like somewhere I'm going to have to do some kind of crazy investment in order to get the knowledge of what I'm looking for. I'm going to have to do this. So then finally, when the person gives me the quote of what the cost is, I start kind of chuckling underneath my breath. And then I almost start feeling like I'm going to start crying. And I get really emotional. And I just finally say to myself, I say, that's 45 minutes of my time. Thank God I was moving around, still doing what I needed to do to get done because I got things done in that time period. So I just want to say this to all of you out there who are money mongering, trying to pull people into all your programs, and you're some of you that are doing it, you're doing it the right way. Some of you are doing it with trickery, okay, switch and bait. Um, and then there's just some of you that are just blatantly out there scamming people, you know. one of the things I want to say, nobody knows which way everything is getting ready to go because everything is collapsing. Nobody knows. Show me one person other than the Nefarian ones. They don't even know because their world is crumbling. All we have is right now. We just have right now in this moment. Tomorrow has not been granted yet. Okay? We haven't gotten there yet. Now, if you're time jumping, maybe you already gone to tomorrow and you can see what's coming down the pike. I'm pretty sure of it. But on the average of some of us who are just holding our lights and being where we are, we're dealing with right now. What's in front of us right now? Can I feed myself? Can I find a place to sleep? Am I got a roof over my head? Can I wash myself? Can I take care of basic human needs? And some of you are out there thinking that your prices that you quote for these programs to order to get how to do this digital thing is okay. Not if you have somebody who's a way shower and a light worker who's trying to build their brand, and there's many of us out there doing this. But we have to work a secondhand job or so to keep things afloat because everything is expensive. Okay? And then those of us that are doing it, we're pushing ourselves constantly to keep going. So I'm going to say this very gently. If you want, here it comes. Thank you, Spirit, for letting me get those words. And I said the Q word to make sure it comes out right, gently. If you want or you desire people to know the ins and out of self banking or whatever, set up a program that helps everybody. Set up something where you're going to give the info because you're already sitting pretty, right? You're going to give the info, you're going to teach people how to do it. And they don't have to go try to figure out, steal from Paul and Mary to go pay you to get the knowledge. I'm sorry. It still comes down to the same old matrix bullshit. If we're moving into a new way of being, if we're moving into a new way of currency, then share the knowledge. Point blank, period. Don't make it hard on people where they have to try to take this and take this course and take this course and take this and all this stuff. And, you know, no, show it in a different way. Now I'm starting to kind of question a lot of people's intentions. I'm always questioning it, but now I'm really starting to kind of dissect certain people's intentions that I see. So let me tell you this, and then I'm going to get off of here. That's the one thing I wanted to say because when this was going on, I was just like, there is this part of me that was feeling the infiltration of grabbing, and I was like, no, I'm not in it. Why are you making me feel like I got to make a decision right now and all that. And I almost hung up on the person, but I wanted to be respectable to his soul energy and not do that because I was getting frustrated. It was because I asked up front. He should have just came straight front, but whatever. So this is one of the reasons why I'm going to be taking my bath. And one of the things I wanted to share with all of you is at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was talking in my sleep It was almost like my physical body was here, but I was somewhere else. And I was saying, I am no longer consenting to any contracts of hardship of this. I was going down this list. Now, I've done this before, but it was because a loop energy had came back in through the doors of Saturn return in my timeline. I'm like, oh, hell no, we're not doing this again. So I had to go back and start breaking contracts again. And they were kind of like these, it wasn't the actual contract, it was kind of like a dust form of the contract, just remnants of it. And I had to kind of go through and reiterate, no. So I'm talking, literally talking in my sleep. I do not consent to. I am now neutralizing, transmuting, deactivating contracts on car problems, poor cars. I am now deactivating contracts on scarcity, lack of money. I am now deactivating and neutralizing and transmuting and canceling contract soul contracts on um, health issues, everything that you can think of that's always showed up at a certain time in your life in a cycle in a year that comes at a certain time. Those are the contracts you want to get rid of. And that's what I was doing in my sleep. I literally was saying, I don't consent to this. I'm not. Da, 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 da. I could hear myself. And it was like another contract came up and it showed itself. And then I am not consenting to this. Da, 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 da. And then I waited. And then another contract came up. And I was like, no. Da, 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 da. And I did the same thing. This must have went on for like 30 minutes or something in my sleep. And then I was out. Then when I came back, woke up, I was like, wow, I gotta go to the restroom. And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what's I was kind of like in this place of trying to figure out what the heck is going on with me. I was trying to figure it out. And I was like, I said, what? And my team said, you did some contract breaking. We spiralized it out. Those contracts are cleared, looping. I'm like, okay. I was like, all right. So that's why I really wanted to kind of like share that with you. I don't know if some of you are going to be experiencing that, but you want to break the soul contracts. And those contracts can be anything with cars or car accidents or illnesses or lack or fears or things that come through the bloodline that's been placed in your space. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to get rid of that. Okay, you want to break those contracts. And it's just simply saying, I'm breaking it. I no longer agree to these contracts. I no longer agree to scarcity, lack. I am commit. Oh, that was something else. I heard myself literally saying, I am commanding it and invoking it. I am commanding. I am breaking this contract. I invoke the energy of breaking this contract. That's what I was saying also. I was like, wow, I must be doing something really deep, because it was the energy that was trying to resurface again. So keep in mind, there's repeat energy trying to lock itself back in because it's breaking down, but it's trying to come back in. So just keep that in mind and work on releasing those contracts. Um, I'm going to pull one card from the Mystic Sisters, and I like the back of these cards. They're pretty. Just for a message to today, and then I'm gonna do the back. Oh, Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. Let's see what she says. She's the goddess of the beautiful compassion and compassion and empathy. Okay, she's all about that. Letting go of you must try to recall the details, including all of your sorrows and pains, and courage involving in making change. This allows us to increase our empathy and gain wisdom. This is all about releasing those things, getting in there and showing compassion to yourself and releasing. So, everyone, I'm going to go do my St. John's wort bath and oils, and because it makes my body feel so much better with all the solar flares going on. No wonder why I was having so much hitting my body. Oh my God, the pain. And I kept saying, oh, maybe it wasn't just looping through an old timeline of fibromyalgia because it felt like it, but it was actually solar energy coming in through the planet and feeling that and being recalibrated, which means I really do not have any tolerance for the old way of being, the old way how we do things and how we think, and the old way of trickery. I don't have a tolerance for it, and neither should you. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Be so light. Bye.